Alright guys, we are at Lake Delton Spillway. Now there's nowhere to stake my poles, so if the big fish hits, I'll probably lose one of the poles. We're still on a little bit of a drop off. There's about 5 foot between me and the lake. So hopefully we're gonna get our stuff, we're gonna fish here, and hopefully we'll catch some fish. I don't think there are any big gatos here, so I shouldn't actually lose any poles. But there could be some drum, and there could be, you know, all other sorts of stuff in here. So maybe I'll get a sturgeon and I'll lose my pole. Let's find out. All right, we got a corn and a worm in the water. Hopefully my tackle boxes will actually be enough to keep it not going in. So we're gonna see if there's anything in this pool right now. It's a pretty deep pool, decently strong current. I'm throwing Rapala, so hopefully something will actually bite this. I know bass will definitely bite this. Maybe if there's a big gato fish, it'll bite it too. Pretty tasty lure. Hopefully something bites the worm, because I've heard that there's pretty big fish down here, but it doesn't seem like anyone's taken the bait yet. I think something ate my worm on my 1 hook, so I'm putting on a number 4 hook and not a 1/0, and see if anything goes for the worm again. Something ate it, didn't hook on, so I'm guessing whatever that thing was very small. So if there's very small fish here, I can use them for bigger fish. All right, I think I got something. What is it? Oh, that's a pretty big bluegill. But unfortunately, it is going to be bluegill bait from now on. Bluegill bait. Well, we have an 8-inch bluegill. A little bit too big for my insidious purposes, but a nice first fish, 8-inch bluegill. All right, you fat tail, see ya. Got 1 cut bait and 1 live bait on my strings. And for those of you that don't know, that's kind of like my gold standard of baits when I'm not fishing for carp or buffalo. So since I got that, we're just gonna throw the lure around, see if we can get any bass or pike or whatever the hell's in here. I've never fished this before, but it seems like a nice little pool. It connects to the Wisconsin River. There's no obstacles in between, so there should be some big fish in here. Will there be? I'm not sure, but I'm hoping there is. I finally got something near the waterfall. Besides a bluegill. I don't think a bluegill would bite that, but I finally got something. It ain't horrible, but it doesn't feel that big either. I think it's a smallie. Oh yeah, it's a smallie. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Smallmouth bass. Smallmouth bass. Finally got something that's not a bluegill. Nice little bass there. Not as big as the one I caught over at Lake Wisconsin, but pretty nice. Smallie bass. Smallmouth bass. Finally got a smallmouth bass. Smallmouth bass. Very nice fish. Got some sand on the rocks on it, but that's fine. Very nice smallie. All right, gonna have to let him go. I don't really keep my bass, so see ya. That was near the waterfall over there. I'm gonna toss over there. It looks like the rushing water. It definitely has some oxygen in it, and it will have some bass over there. That's what I'm talking about, a smallmouth bass, not these bluegills. Nothing wrong with bluegills, of course, but I'm looking for more glorious fish. Seems to be some splashing in that cove over there. It's hard to, I don't really want to toss that much over there because there's like trees over there and I don't want to get my stuff stuck on the tree. Plus there's like a big slate over there that would act as a snag, and I want to lose this Rapala. But it's a keep tossing over there because there actually might be some fish over there. All right, something keeps hitting my cut bait, but it never hooks. I don't really know what it is. One of them actually took my live bluegill and it just like ran off with it. I have no idea what the heck it is. So I'm just gonna hold this pole because I know something's gonna hit it. And I know bluegill isn't gonna hit cut up bluegill. I don't really know what these crappy fish are, but they keep hitting my bait. Got something with bluegill and bobber. Piece of bluegill under a bobber. I got something. Don't know what it is, but it's rather large. What is it? Oh God, it threw. What was that? All right, the circle hooks are constantly getting tapped, but they never catch anything. So I'm gonna use a regular long shank hook with a large piece of bait and see if I can attract anything. That fish last time, I had it on the hook and it just came loose. So I'm hoping that the regular hooks are better than the treble hooks for picking up this fish. It's finally hooked. I finally hooked something. Oh, it is a gar. That's why I'm never being able to hook these things. It's a gar. It is a gar. All right, something swimming with a bobber. I don't know what it is. I think it probably is a gar, but it's anyone's guess. Something that took my cut bait under the bobber. Almost dragged my thing into the water. Oh man, long time coming, long time coming. If it's a, I hope it's one of the gar. I do, oh no, it's a bowfin. No, it's a gato fish. What is that? Oh, it's a gato fish. Is it a bowfin or a gato? No, it's a bowfin. Okay, so a non-gar fish. That's why it hooked. The gar I could never hook, but the bowfin, I finally got one. I finally got one. All right, I still want a gar because I don't like fish defeating me, but I'll take a bowfin. I will take a bowfin. All right, let's get this guy netted. It's a nice bowfin too. Let's get this guy netted. That is a very, very nice bowfin there. All right, let's get this guy in the net. It's been hours since I caught that smallie and I'm just aching for a fish. Let's get this guy in the net. Now we have a bowfin. Finally got a dogfish. About freaking time we caught another fish on the cut bait. Bowfin. Nice, nice bowfin. Dogfish. Yeah, I know it's probably not the best view you can get, but that's about all I can get. A bowfin. Good size too, good size. Not giant, but good size. A nice bowfin. Finally, a fish. Maybe not a doom fish, but a fish. And I like when I get a fish. See ya, fish. To finish this video of Wisconsin Dells, we're on the Wisconsin River somewhere, on a cleft of rock. I had to do a bit of wading to get here, because that's the only way you can get here, or by boat. It's supposed to be a pretty deep hole right here, so we're gonna launch some cut bait and some worms into the abyss and see what we can get. All right, something picked up my cut bait. I thought it snagged, but no, that is a fish. That is most definitely a fish. All right, this place is delivering already. It's taking out drag pretty handily, but you can tell it's a fish. It's fighting. Oh, is this a flathead or is this a turtle? This could definitely be a turtle. I'd be very, very sad if this was a turtle. I think I'm gonna be very, very sad in a while. This feels a lot like a turtle. And this is a place where turtles could definitely hang out. Be very happy if this was a fish though, but I'm feeling like I'm lifting a rock off the bottom. But the thing is, it didn't really hit like a turtle though. It hit like a fish. Nope, that's a fish, I believe. It's swimming that fast. Is that a flathead? Is that a flathead? It's a gato fish. It's big. It's big and it's gato-ish. Is it a flat? It might be. Oh, that's huge. That's big. That's big. It's worth coming here. Worth coming here. Is that a channel or a flat? Whatever it is, huge. Oh, it's a flathead. All right. The fish of greater gato-ness. All right, I need my net to catch my fish of greater gato-ness. That's uncut bait. The fish of greater gato-ness. Need my net. Then I need to bring it to a certain place so I can catch it. All right, fish of greater gato-ness. Worth coming here, definitely. Worth coming here after all. I don't think that's a 20, but looks like more than a 10. But a fish of greater gato-ness indeed. Oh yes, I haven't caught that big of a gato fish. Well, that big of a greater gato fish in a while. I've caught many regular channels, but I haven't caught a decent flathead in a while. And that is not a huge flathead, but a decent one. A fish of greater gato-ness. All right, fish, come here. Come here. It's not huge. It's not huge, but it is worthy. Thought that might be a flathead, or that or a turtle, because oh yeah, it's a good fish of greater gato-ness. At least 15 pounds or so. Yeah, nice flathead gato fish. Not a huge one, but a 10-pound fish of greater gato-ness. A flathead catfish of 10 pounds. Not a bad start, but I am looking for one 4 or 5 times as big. This is a good start though. Nice flathead catfish. All right, fish. Man, good start. You made my day on a good start. So fish of greater gato-ness, I will see you later. There it goes, back into the Wisconsin, the fish of greater gato-ness. All right, what a great way to start the evening. 10-pound flathead. Hopefully I can get one much larger. I'm sure there's channels around here as well. So let's keep tossing. I'm pumped now, I'm pumped now. Wisconsin Dells. I had to fight piranhas and alligators to get here. Not afraid to show people this place, because if they want to fight piranhas and alligators to get here, then, well, they deserve this spot as well. So the thing about this place is, like, to get here, you have to wade through the river a little bit, because, like, there is a trail that's public property behind the private property, but it doesn't go all the way through, because there's several parts where you have to, like, go through the water. The water is only about 2 feet deep, but it drops off very, very quickly if you step in the wrong place. So if you go too far, you will fall in and die, because the current is actually fairly strong here. So this might actually be kind of a challenge for me to get back safely at night. If you see this video, it means I didn't die, and that's a very good thing. I think I got something on my worm pole. I think it's a drum. Yeah, it's a freshy drum. Catch these everywhere. Catch these everywhere. Not even surprised anymore. Too big to use as live bait though, but a freshwater drum. Freshwater drum. Second fish of the night. Not very exciting, not very big. Freshwater drum. Drum gets tossed. See you, drum. Splash. I'm gonna toss one more worm bait, see if it works, but if it doesn't work, we're gonna toss the bigger cut bait, and if we catch more drums, we're also gonna toss the bigger cut bait. Worms usually brings attention, but drums are not the kind of attention that I am shooting for. We got something else on the worm. It's a little bigger than that last drum, but it's still oh, yeah, it's quite a bit more powerful than that last drum. It's another drum though. So it looks like this place is full of drums, like every other place on the Wisconsin. This one's slightly bigger, maybe like 2 pounds, but still a freshwater drum. All right, drum, you're getting tossed. Drums are shaped like footballs, so they're pretty easy to toss if you're a football fan. Something big just hit one of my cut baits. It's the same one that hit, and it feels like another flathead. Either that or it's just a giant, really, really big drum. I think this is a flathead because channels tend to dart. Channels tend to dart. Flatheads tend to do this a lot more. This might actually be bigger than the last one. Not really sure. I think it is because it's taking way more drag than the last one. Oh man, what a night. I think this is gonna be the last fish if I do land it, because I don't feel safe here. Remember, piranhas and alligators, you have to fight to get here, and it's not a good thing. It's taken out, I think this one's stronger than the last one. And yeah, it's coming near shore. I don't think it wants to come. Oh, it is a flat, no, it's a channel. That's why I felt stronger. It's not that big. But maybe I'll stay here for a little longer because it's a channel and I wanted a flathead. But either way, you know, I don't know. I'm actually out of cut bait, so I don't know if I'll actually stay here. But that is a big channel gato fish. I mean, it's not super big. It's probably like 10. Probably around the same size as the flat. But it does take a lot of drag. I was hoping for a flathead. I was hoping for a flathead gato. But a good channel gato will do the trick as well. This channel gato will do the trick. Now channel and flatheads, if they're around the same size, the channel's actually, for me, the channel's much harder to bring in because the channel tends to pull a lot more, whereas the flathead is just kind of like pulling a brick off the bottom. But a channel gato fish. Pretty good night today. 10-pound channel, 10-pound flathead. I'll take that. It's not a bad night. Although I wanted a 40-pound beast and I did not get one yet. Not yet, at least. All right, I'm gonna get my net and then bring the gato fish in. All right, gato fish, come here. Come here, gato fish. You can gato later. Come on, fish. Man, channels also like fight quite a bit longer than flatheads. That's a good channel, not 20, but a good 10. Probably like more like 12 actually, if I really look at it. But it's fighting, it's gatoing. There you go. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. It's a good fish. All right, There you go, channel catfish. Okay, it wasn't as big as I thought. It's actually really thin. But this is a 8.5 pound channel gato fish. Very, very gato. It's making all kinds of gato-ish croaking sounds because it doesn't like being caught, but it did get caught. Channel gato fish, 8.5 pounds. All right, channel gato fish. Gato your way back into the water. You're lucky I'm not looking for catfish fillet. There you go, channel gato fish. All right, we just switched to Newport Park. We switched here because it just kind of feels safer here. And we're gonna use minnows as bait to see if we can get a big gato fish of death. Hopefully something will destroy the minnows. While I'm waiting, might as well cast around. Might as well freaking cast around. The light's a little different right now because I'm using the giant spot. My other lamp that I usually use is actually out of batteries. So may not be quite as good. This is a little bit weird for me because I have to point it straight at where I'm casting. It doesn't have too much flood. It basically just has, yeah, the light's not a floodlight. The light's just kind of like a straight, narrow light. I wish it had like, the light had like more flood power. So that would help me a lot more. I might just change the other lure. This one doesn't really dive deep. There's no snags here as far as I'm aware of. And it's basically sandy. So I might switch to a worm sooner or later. But if there are big drums here, they should actually hit the minnows as well, because I've had plenty of drums hit minnows before. I think I got something on the minnows. Feels very freshwater drum-like. And I'm guessing it is a freshwater drum because I've caught a lot of these on minnows. It's a 2-aught hook, but you know, oh no, it's a wally. Nice, a walleye. All right, there are walleyes here, man. Wisconsin Dells walleye. The walleye just got off the hook. I think I finally got something on the minnows. Yep, that's a fish. Feels like a small one though, probably just another drum. This is why I didn't want to use the smaller hook, because I know there's a lot of sheep heads here. Oh no, it's a white bass. Oh yeah, yeah, nice white bass. Maybe I should have switched to the smaller hooks earlier. Nice white bass. Check that out, a very, very nice white bass. There's a lot of these around here. I wonder if these have been biting my minnows and basically taking them. I thought it was drums, but these might actually be the culprits. Superior to drums, they actually taste much, much better. A white bass. All right, Mr. White Bass. Getting to the end of my night, so you're going back. There you go, swimming right off. I believe I got something here. Yep, that's definitely something. It feels, I don't know, it feels not that big actually. I was hoping to say it feels huge, but it's another walleye. There are actually a lot of walleyes here. Is that a walleye? Yeah, it's a walleye. It's a decent one. Probably like a 16-inch, 15, 16-inch, but another walleye. There's a lot of walleyes here. Nice walleye. Actually landed him this time. Nice, nice walleye. Probably like a good 16 inches, or so. That was a fun trip. 2 days, man. Caught flathead catfish, channel catfish, a bowfin, some bluegills, white bass, and walleye. That was a nice multi-species trip. I gotta fish that part at Newport more after dark, because I think if I just use the minnows there and throw them out on a smaller hook and get a tons of white bass and walleye, I do not think there's that many freshwater drum there, because I did throw out a worm afterwards and not really much hit it. And if there were drum, they would immediately hit the worm. So a lot of white bass and walleye around Newport. All right, I hope you had fun watching this video. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you on the next fishing adventure. Oh, and check out my Instagram and Twitter.